And I'm back from being in the field, and I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, Miss Marsha Jones.
How you doing?
Janae.
Miss T.
Tia.
And we're back. I mean, how
we missed you.
I missed you.
We missed you.
I'm sorry, ladies.
We did.
I had to go out in the field and do a little research, and
Well, hopefully you brought back something good.
good Lord, the world's gone mad. Yeah, I mean, can we all agree? It's just kind of gone a little crazy the last couple of weeks. And
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
But
But
how was the concert?
okay. Yeah, I was waiting to hear about this. I didn't get to go. I didn't get to
Throw
go.
that out to
give details.
Oh, Diamond right there.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, it was lovely. It was lovely. It was the probably the best concert I've ever been to in my life. And I'm not just saying that because I love him. I'm seriously like the best concert.
Okay.
Like, it was sold out.
It was awesome. It was great. The singer that he had come out singing Alicia Keys' part sound just like
Alicia Keys.
Really?
Just like her. I mean, it was so energizing to see how many people got up and
Clapped,
it
yelled
was
his
it was
name.
sold out. It
Really?
was great.
Everybody was up all the
great.
time, the whole time.
You guys saw the whole show?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
I got there at the middle or the end of Wale.
Yeah, because you know how you guys are. Take
No,
10 hours.
we know how Marsha is. No, we got there when it was time. NERD was on stage.
But
you know.
I didn't miss none of Jack.
Oh, was Pharrell there?
Yeah.
Really?
Memphis Bleak, Wale.
Yeah, it was all there.
So it was a real nice
A little
lineup.
something, yeah, a little something, so it was good.
Have you guys seen the Monique show?
Yeah.
One thing that really
Oh my God, why
irritates
she yelling?
me
Why she
about her is when she comes out.
Why are you yelling?
Leave her alone.
That's
I
just
love
like-
her too.
I love her
too,
too,
but
but
she looks phenomenal. You can see her little hourglass, little
Yeah.
Wait, she
curvy
lost weight?
figure.
She lost
Yes.
weight.
Really?
and I'm upset about that because she
You know-
said she will never get skinny.
Okay,
She's not
thank
skinny.
you.
She's
No,
not
she's
skinny.
losing more. She's trying to lose more weight.
So she said she was only supposed to go down to 200. She only wants to go down to 200 pounds.
Well, how much
said
she
it
weigh
today.
now?
About
Exactly.
that.
That's what I said.
I think she weighs about 200. She's also short. She's big. Them dresses she wears covers up a lot of ass.
I watched her today. She said she wanted to go down to 200, so she has to be probably about 230. She's probably about 30 more
She
pounds.
looks great.
But I do agree with you. She did always was like pro big, pro this. I'm PH18.
She had
Love
me,
your body,
you
know.
know.
But then she have that book out that said
Skinny women
bitches
are
or something
evil.
Like that.
Right.
Skinny women are evil.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, right. Now she's becoming an evil one.
Remember she
Okay,
said
well,
my
hold
butt
up.
hit him on top of the head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Queen of comedy.
Sorry. Like I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. Hold up.
Oh,
But she's not gonna go skinny. She said she's going down to 200 pounds. That is far away from skinny. Let's start from the beginning. She also said that her body makeup will never be skinny. She could never be skinny.
Well, could you
and that's
ever
not what she
imagine
wants
her,
to do.
She
like,
said her
really,
head's
like,
too big.
skinny?
Yeah, she's
I can't
tall.
tell.
She was a
She's-
size 11 in shoes.
Well, see,
Really?
that's the thing. Like,
Bigfoot, yeah.
there's women out there
We
that
can
have to be
trace.
11
curvaceous.
wide.
Yeah.
You know, they can't be like.
What's wrong with an 11 wide?
Put her on blast.
I
I mean,
know.
anybody else out there that wears an 11 wide?
No, Wendy
Damn.
Williams wears a 13. Marsha, that's
Wait a minute, she does not.
Wendy Williams on her show.
She does not wear a 13. Now you know I'm not no big old Wendy Williams
Listen,
fan,
no,
she
but,
don't wear no 13.
She wears a 12.
That is so wrong.
Yes.
No, look how. Come on. Are you surprised? You thought she wore a 7? She's
wears
like
a
8
12.
feet tall. Of
And,
course.
yeah.
She's
Kevin,
always
Kevin Hart was on the Monique show, and they asked
Yes,
him what he
little
did
buddy.
before he was a comedian and stuff. And he was like, I sold shoes, you
Right.
know, I did this, I did that. And then Nikki, Monique, I always call her Nikki. She was like, oh, what you say about my shoes? I wear a size 11. He said, well, first of all, that's too damn big for a woman.
Exactly.
That's messed up.
You know?
Right.
Like, what's the average shoe size for a woman?
So I'm just
Like
saying,
nine.
he was like,
Average,
dang.
is it
like
like
a-
8.5, 9?
8.5, 9.
Yeah,
Something
9.
like
Right.
that.
I mean,
9.
You'd be
Yeah.
on average. So.
9. 5, 6.5.
9. Yeah.
I'm a 10, medium, baby.
Whatever.
You know,
Whatever.
Like, I find so many
I am
cute
not
shoes
size
and
13
pins.
wide up in this camp. Okay.
Since 11 wide is 2.
And these shoes
Okay.
make my foot look little.
Oh,
There you go.
sorry about that.
Anyway.
Let's get off shoes. I'm
That was
sorry.
good.
Yeah, can we
That
get
was
off?
Right.
But that was a good Monique show though, because
Yeah,
he was
that
clowning.
He was clowning.
He
She was
was-
like, ain't nobody saying nothing about you in the youth department. You were like 5'2".
Right.
And you were size 6.
And you still cover
wow.
my pants. So, Cat Williams, calm down.
Let's talk about sex.
Whoa.
We
Okay.
switched it over.
I mean,
That was
shoes
the
to
best
sex.
switch.
That's
Switch
a
over.
good one.
Okay.
Okay. The 2 addictions. We got it. Anyway.
What is sex really about anyway? Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You have to have good sex skills. Come on now, you know.
What
I mean,
is
that's
sex
what's gonna
really about?
What you think, Tia?
What
Is in the hot seat today.
In the hot Sydney, Tia, Miss Tia.
Actually, Tia, tell us a little bit about yourself, though. Hi.
Hello.
Tia. Real
Put the
quick.
story in. Like,
Portland's finest.
Portland's finest, my space.
Get it up.
Sex is an intimate connection.
Okay.
I just put that out there.
Really?
I think it depends on how old you are.
Yes.
I think age has a lot to do with it because, like I said, when you're like 19 to 25, you're just having sex because
Just to be happy.
the person likes you and
Excuse
you just
me?
want to have sex.
Wait a minute.
Yes, you
Wait
too.
a minute. I'm
You're
20.
just having sex with a guy because he likes you and you like him and you know that he'll like you more if you had sex with him, so you do.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say not between the ages of 19 to 25.
That's just
That's a big
in
gap
the
to say
40s
that that's all that's
the
going on.
35s and 40s.
Maybe
too.
19,
you,
maybe 19 to 21. That's probably what's going on.
Yeah,
But like
okay.
after the 21 mark, you know, you kind of finding your way, you know, out here and you know finding out, you know, where you're willing to compromise in a relationship and what
Right.
you're looking for and what makes you tick and what doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would say,
Thank
you know,
you.
by the time you're 21, you're really kind of mature and you know what you're looking for sexually and what stimulates you and what doesn't.
Right.
You'd think, but you know
Yeah,
what? There's
you know.
people out there that don't get it until way later in
Oh,
life.
yeah,
And
and
that's
I-
the truth, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Because-
There's a difference between making love and having sex.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Making love is
A whole different ball. Ooh, yeah.
it's like hours and hours and hours on top of hours plus some more hours on top
I
of
know. Well, I'm intrigued.
Let's
Where's
talk
the book?
about that.
Where's the book? I'd like to know.
Please, school me.
Oh, you need to be schooled?
I mean, hours and hours and hours and
Hours, because
hours.
about hours and hours, we'd be like, okay, we're
I
I need to go out, maybe something to drink.
It's a lot different than having sex.
More
I mean,
intimate.
having sex, I mean, you can really get it in real
Yeah.
quick. I get
Hit
it
it
in. Get it in real quick.
I've missed you two so much. Oh my god. Okay.
I know, well, of course.
Well, you know, but making love is just like, I mean, like you said, you want to keep going and going and going and going and going and going. You're like, what is
energize
coming over
you.
me?
Right,
Can I stop? Can I stop, please?
Is there drumbeat? You never know. Keep on target.
Goodness, man.
But is it like really realistic to wait until you're married? Do you see that?
I disagree with that.
Do you
Not in this day and age.
I think it's
I just
endearing.
don't take home a pair of jeans.
You
and
know?
just after I would just go.
But if it's, I
Say,
mean,
these
if your
look cute,
relationship's
take them
not
home.
based on
Just put them
sex,
on and make sure
it's
they
based on other things, then it really shouldn't matter. You know what I mean?
But in my opinion, though, I feel that a relationship has a lot to do with sex. We need to really get down to it. I mean, part of your relationship is sex. I mean, that's just all it is.
satisfying
You're
each
going to
other
want to have
intimately.
sex with your
Right.
partner and, you know, be intimate, make love to them for the rest of the time that you guys are together. So that is a lot. If you don't know, I don't care how much love it is. If you don't know what's going on between them sheets, how you going to, I mean, I don't get that. Like, you going to wait until you walk down the aisle and then go, ooh, boo. What if you don't like it? What if it don't do nothing for
So
you?
that's going to change your opinion on a man just because he doesn't have sex good or you don't have, you know what I mean?
I mean,
obviously sex good. I mean, the
chemistry has to be
connection, the
good.
chemistry.
Exactly. You know, and if
When
you don't
you
have
have
that
Connect
chemistry,
in other ways besides having sex.
Yeah,
Well,
sex
like I
is
said,
a
the
part
part
of it.
connecting other ways.
God.
That sexual chemistry is a big
Yeah,
part
it's
of
a
it.
big
You know,
part
you
of
have
a
to know,
relationship.
like, you know.
Yeah, because there are going to be times where you're going to be bored as shit. And
Exactly.
someone
You want to know that
just-
that person can stimulate you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Like,
don't
hey, what are you
somebody
doing? It's a
and then
rainy day.
Wait
There's
for
nothing
that
to do.
moment, and all of a sudden that moment never
Let's
happened.
get it in.
Right.
Let's get it in and see how it
We're going to make t-shirts, yeah. I'm telling you. It would be awesome to be like, insane.
Let's get it in.
Right.
Oh, goodness. Yes, I totally
Why are
agree.
you shaking your head, Janelle?
I'm just.
Because she feels that love.
You disagree?
I mean, she loving through paper right now. So. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me?
I just put you all on Pop 29. I'm sorry.
You did, and that's kind of
Post
not
support.
nice.
That's what I was going to say. Post support.
Anyways, so what about like teenage sex? Should it be okay for like if like you when Dante becomes like a teenager and he wants
Right, I
or
know.
Marsha
No.
when
Sierra's not
Sierra
allowed.
Yeah, hers
wants
is
to become
closer.
intimate with the guy,
She won't.
would it be okay to give
Right? Do they have to
for
explain
you
that?
to
Not
give
till
her
she's
birth
30.
control?
Marsha's like, I
I mean,
never
is
got
that
to answer the
because that's
question.
not something you can stop. If
Well,
she wants to
your
do it,
sex,
she's going to do it.
The thing about it is,
Exactly.
I have a goddaughter who's 14 right now, and her mother put her on birth control. She put her on birth control to regulate her periods, but she put her on birth control as well because she's at that age where some guy is going to talk her out of it. And she wants her daughter to be protected, you know, and, you know, it's birth control ain't just, you know, stop, you know, from STDs or whatever, but kids are going to do it. And the thing about it is if it was my daughter, man, I'll probably cry or call one of y'all like, oh my God, but I have to protect her.
Exactly. You be waiting
I have
outside
to.
the person's
I mean,
house
I
with a
probably
bell.
would react real crazy because she got. I mean, it's not me. You ain't got to worry about me. It's your 10 uncles. You have to worry about. But my job is to make sure she's protected. She's gotta. If she's having sex and she wants to be on the pill, somebody gonna be like, no, don't ever have sex again.
Yeah,
She's
because
gonna
that's
still go out there and
unrealistic.
have sex. So I might as well compromise with her, put her on the pill, so I can do my job to prevent her from having babies and stuff like that.
It was
So,
different in
but-
my house. Like, my mom, well, my grandmother taught my mom that, like, if she were to put me on something like that, it would be more to promote it, for me to go have it rather than
People
protect
say
it.
that. And a lot of the people from the old school do say that. They think if you give your children condoms or you give them birth control with it, you're promoting it. But, I mean, realistically, we're in life here. It's out there. Sex is everywhere. You go to school, you're on TV, you're in magazines. It's everywhere. So regardless, they're going to find out about it one kind of way. I want it to come from me. Not from the kid at school, or not from the next door neighbor, or not from the Planned Parenthood. I want it to come from me. And no, I'm not saying, yeah, go out and do it. But what I'm saying is, if you decide to, this is what you need to take with you to do
So
that.
at what age would you suggest?
That's
starting
my
to talk
question.
to-
I
right?
don't
you-
know.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's
My
the question
son's
that I
10.
would like answered.
I don't
Anyone
know.
have
It's
any
one of those-
ideas?
well,
When you start talking to them about
Yeah.
that?
well, when they open up about different. Well, you just
I mean,
gotta,
because you
nowadays,
you have
when they
the
first
menstrual
come out.
cycle, you know,
right.
all
Well,
this stuff
and
coming
like
up,
now, what I try
and
to
now
do
you
with
have
my
K through
child,
8. So
right.
when do you start talking
And
about this?
Now, I mean,
Now at what age?
right now she's 11, and I make sure we go to dinner once every 2 weeks. And I just want to talk to her. Just about, okay, so which one of your little friends got boyfriends? And then she gets to talking to me about stuff, and she tells me, like, you know, they said that, you know, he put his hands down her pants, and she liked it. That lets me know it's it's coming real quick,
Right, exactly.
you know, because whoever told you that,
Yes.
it's got more to the story. They know more of what's going on. So
they're getting half
it's
the version.
unfortunate, but
Right.
man, it's now. It's
Right.
making sure because she looks 14,
Right.
but she's only
Right,
11.
exactly.
And you
So-
probably were one of those early bloomers too,
I
right?
was,
Okay,
yeah,
I
I
was
was.
too. And you know the thing is, I think it really depends on the kid. I think when it comes down to their own maturation level and they're asking those questions, well, Mom, what does this mean? Or, you know, they're bringing those concerns forward, then yeah, it's more than appropriate to sit down and have that conversation and say, you know, this is sex, this is love, and this is the difference between the two. And you need to use your common sense to know how to apply both. Right.
How far do you go though? Like when you, I mean, at like what ages? Like is there a certain bracket? Like from 8 to 12, you tell them this much. From 12 to, I mean, how far do you go? Do you get grimy? Do you get down to it? Like, well, you take this and you take this and you
But you know
take
what? There's
this.
no book on it. There's no book on it. But you know what? We gotta this is getting really hot. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and go to break, and please join us back with In the Mix.
You know, I guess I would have to agree with most of the ladies. As a parent of a 18-year-old son, I went through the same issues of having those discussions. But I think what is most important is when you are talking to your children about sex, is going a little deeper to explain the emotional responsibility when you put yourself out there like that. So just being emotionally responsible to me is more important than what age should they start having sex. Can they handle the responsibility that comes with being sexually active? And so that's, as a parent, that was what was important to me.
Welcome back to In the Mix, and our hot topic before we left for break was teens and birth control and sex. And
When do you tell them?
anyway, oh, you know, I have I have a daughter, so it's really scary. I don't know. What about I don't know. With girls, it's different than boys. Like you have a boy,
But why?
so it's different. You don't have to go put your son on birth control and
No.
make sure your son has his cycle every month.
How come they
You
don't
know.
have men birth control?
No, they do. They're condoms.
I mean, but girls have condoms. Girls have condoms too. They have girl
I know,
condoms.
but they love us more. Sex loves women more than men.
Yeah.
Because we got more stuff out there.
And probably because
to
they're the ones that
protect
can
us.
carry the baby. So birth control.
Takes two to birth.
Yeah. Sometimes it might just take a tube.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Just saying that's the way it can go.
Like it still takes two. One person has to put the stuff in the tube for the other person to put
You may go along.
Exactly.
Well, I think it is important for, not just the girls that have birth control, but to educate young
boys
men
on
too,
it.
because,
You have
the
a son,
reality,
too, so-
I do, and that's the thing. I look at it and go, okay, he's going to come to that age where he is going to hit like junior high, even 6th grade, and that's
Exactly.
the scary part.
That's the part.
It's that tween. They're not mature enough to really handle it,
Exactly.
but
That's
they're
the new word
curious.
now, tween.
Isn't
My daughter
it?
told me that.
I know.
I'm going to the tween room. I'm like, what's a tween room?
It's the
Because
11 to like
they're
12.
not quite teens.
You're not,
Yeah.
you're not 13.
So they're
you're
not
right.
You're
in
not
the
10,
middle.
in the
you're
middle.
not playing with dolls anymore, but you're not 13.
They're
So you're a
11,
tween.
12. Girl, I know. I'm getting old.
My gosh,
I mean, I had one kid go honest to blog, and I about died. I'm like, really? That's the new phrase? Okay. Good to know. All right. But no, I think it is important to educate young men too, and have them know, get condoms, even get educated as to what the girl has to go through for birth control.
Yes.
Every day you have to get up, take the damn pill every single time, otherwise you could miss a period or you
Exactly.
could have, and
They have
that's a lot of
patches.
responsibility.
They have shots.
Yeah, but there's
Exactly.
no guarantees with those either, and the
None.
side
We gotta
effects
think
are
about
horrible,
STDs
right?
level.
And that's the
Yeah.
main
Talking
thing.
about
Birth
birth
control,
control. We just
but-
don't want them coming home with babies.
But
So you come home with something
I
that you
want-
can keep just like a baby.
Yeah,
That's
that you
right.
can't get rid of.
or
It's
kill
a
you.
different
I mean,
right.
and that's the truth of
AIDS
the matter.
and other kind of stuff. You got to protect yourself,
You
and
know?
we have to educate our kids. We can't depend on the girl lady at Planned Parenthood to do it. She's not her job.
And kids now
to do that.
are coming more into their orientation sexually too, where it's like, well, I kind of like girls if they're a girl, or I kind of like boys if they're a boy, and that's a whole other can of worms. How do you handle that? Okay, well, not only are you, gay, but now you have all these issues to kind of go uphill with. But it can be handled.
That's deep right
you
there.
know?
That's
It
a
is.
lot to deal with right
Yes.
there for a parent.
That's why.
Sorry.
Beat the mess.
The mess. What if
Dang.
he's grown? If she's grown.
You're going to beat the mess out of here. That's a whole other topic.
But
They gonna talk about it.
I think it's important to just educate and talk about it and let them come to you. Never put up that wall that says, well, if you're going to go have sex, then you're a slut. Or if you're, you're being irresponsible. Because,
Or never.
right, because it is human instinct. I mean, come on.
What
It
about-
doesn't-
They want to know why can't I?
Yeah.
Is
gonna
that
it
wrong?
feels
Did I
nice. It's
go
not a
wrong?
bad thing. Come on.
No.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Jenna?
No, I was going to say, what about these men pimping our children, our young kids,
What do you mean by pimping?
Prostituting, got him on the corner. They making all the money for him and returning it to him. So, but he protects me. He keeps me safe. He pays my bills. I
Yeah,
mean,
what is up with this pimp thing? Everybody is
wants
starting
to
to
be a
pimp
pimp.
around here. Oh my gosh, yes.
Everybody got
Oh, really?
Yeah.
people actually get them.
Well, I guess tennis shoe pimp, sideshow pimp, I don't know, but they pimping.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's different forms of pimping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
there is. That's why I'm a little, confused.
What-
on the
what
whole
is it?
thing
Money.
Anyway, but
is the big
Using
one.
women for money, basically.
some
Yes.
materialistic.
Yeah. For anything.
Or for a pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
For gas
whatever.
in their car.
Whatever. They use a woman to do whatever they want. And there's a lot of girls
Womanizer.
out here that are doing it. They are doing this. They are letting the man run them and
I'm
going
sitting
home and
here
pay him.
Really dumbfounded because I feel like I was one of those girls who
Use a prostitute?
thank you, Tina.
Dear God, I would hope not.
No.
No.
I'm going to take a
on the-
break. I'm going to get back. I don't
on
know who
the
I'm working with.
No.
I get it in.
Not with that comment. No, the girl who bought everything, the girl who kept, you can drive my
provider?
car.
But
You
isn't that
could,
like a sugar mama, not a pimp? I mean,
but
that-
you know, but
Because you're not really older.
but they stuck around though.
Yeah.
You said tennis shoes. You said gas in your
but
car.
I
but-
see what you're saying, but I'm
you
more
know?
of a like I'm more talking about more like pimping and hoeing. Like
right, like
Like good
you
old
get out
fashioned-
there, you go have sex with these men, and you bring home the money,
and if you don't have it,
and
yeah.
I'll disperse
I think
it to you.
that has a lot to do with your home life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it has a hell of a lot to do with your home life. Where's your mama at?
But see,
Well, where's your self-worth?
Where's your
mamas are
how come
taking
they
it.
haven't thanked you? How come they
where's
haven't
self-worth?
taught you your
I think
self-worth?
I kind of think it could be different ways though, because watching documentaries and stuff about pimps, it's not always people who don't have their mom in their life or whatever. They get these suburban girls. They get these girls that go to these little charter schools
Yeah, but-
that are these prissy girls that have no street smarts. They have no sense of outside world. So they see this guy that has a little bit of conversation for him, and when we can do this, and once he gets her, boom, he wraps her in. They had their mom there, but their mom was just like this, book.
Yeah, but
you
there's
know,
different-
leave it. You know, whatever that.
It's the cookie cottage, and I get it. But at the same time, you got to think too. These girls, it doesn't matter if it's you're living in the burbs or if you're living in the ghetto. It's kind of that mentality that says if you don't educate your child or give them that point of self-worth that says regardless if they look dangerous and exciting, you don't do it.
Yeah, but see,
You
the
know
cool
what I
part
mean?
about it is where they live, they probably don't think that can happen to them.
Right.
See, we grew up in the hood. We grew up around the area to where our moms, we're around it, so boom, boom, boom. Where
Right.
they're from, they're thinking, oh, little house.
It'll be
oh,
fun.
So
Yeah,
skip
no.
down the street. No one's going to come in our neighborhood. But that's the neighborhoods they're going into because they're the most naive ones.
Right, exactly.
You know?
And they don't have that worth to say different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I don't really understand. I mean, maybe, you know, we can get some of y'all to email us, some
Please do.
prostitutes. I don't know. Because I don't understand
Why
why
would you do it?
you have the jewel, but you give your money to him to disperse to you.
For what?
When you can tell
you
me
was
that
out there
answer
working.
and make it be legit, maybe I could agree with it, but I don't get it.
Well,
Because
have
if
you-
I got the jewel, why am I going to do
Give it
that
to
and then
someone
go
else.
give you the money for you to disperse to me to tell me I can go get a pair of shoes or tell me I can go do that? I don't get that.
Well, have any of you seen The Bunny Ranch on HBO? It's weird. Okay, it's a documentary, okay? And it's about this guy it's the Bunny Ranch. And basically it's legalized prostitution in Nevada, okay? And these women are set. I mean, we're talking $1 million homes. And the guy who runs, I forget his name, it's like Joe something, he gives them protection. Great, you pay so much to the house, but everything else is yours. There's a menu. I didn't know you could have a menu. I mean, that's pretty awesome, but still, you know,
Yeah.
but these women are doctors, lawyers, well educated, but they very much go to this place of it's quick money, I'm good at it, I
Yep.
enjoy it, and it doesn't affect the rest of my life, and it gives me that escape, but it's the safe way.
Yeah, see,
None
theirs
of
is a
them,
little different. That's a
you
little
know.
more tasteful, I
That
guess,
was in Amsterdam.
compared to just walking on this 82nd and whistling.
Well, you know,
And they be the shadiest ones on 82nd too. Like I hope there's none of y'all because they are.
If it is, cut it out. If
Yeah.
it is,
Stop
cut
it,
it out.
quit it.
Knock
They
it
be
out.
in the
it.
Who's
shorts.
stripping on? Stripping. Who's prostituting on 82nd?
Oh, they got an outfit from Gen X and they got
scary,
Out
scary ass
from Gen
women.
X, just right off Gen X to the corner.
Right across the
Right.
street from
I
7-Eleven.
got these tank tops 5 for 1.
Right.
That is a trip.
Yeah, I just don't. But you're right. We do need to educate our young children because that's what's happening today. Is these men taking these girls, the slaves, the trafficking laws. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And I mean, they're just turning their little heads and showing them a little bit of money.
There's a girl
And they're
not,
going.
too far from my neighborhood who her mom reported her missing, but she pretty much ran away. She kept in contact with her mom because she has a cell phone and the mom has a cell phone. Let her mom know I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm just not coming home. I like this guy that I met walking to school, and I like him. And
Are they black or
How old is
no,
she?
she's white, and she's 12.
Oh
She
my God.
and it's her
Janae,
her mom is. I mean, what's so crappy is like the mom can't go to the police and say she's missing because the little girl is calling to
Okay,
let her
kidnapped.
parents know she's okay.
Rape. He's
But what it was is she finally came home and they blew the store. It was a big blown up. But what it was she let her 12-year-old daughter walk to school. Been letting her walk to school for the last year and a half.
Right.
But some little funky 15-year-old little boy who ain't in school has been talking to her or how you doing or out. Actually, he was out smoking a cigarette.
Of course.
While she was walking to school. So this don't even sound right because she's 12, you 15.
Pay attention,
Why
parents.
you ain't in school is
Yeah.
beyond me, smoking cigarettes. But he would talk to her every day and convince her to come with him, and she stayed. And they was maybe 7 houses away from each other.
Okay.
What do you do in a situation like that when your child just leaves?
you walk over there and get your
She
job.
don't know where she
didn't know where she was
is.
at. She was just making the phone call.
She didn't know where
Once
she
I find
was.
out, it's
You know
on.
what?
Right
And
now
I'll
that
be waiting for your mama, your daddy,
Right.
you, and everybody
But-
else
So
is coming
she
doesn't come back then the next time.
Fit-
Please, I'll
you
beat
feel
her
me?
down. You know what I'm saying? Right.
You know, because
I'll be in jail.
I mean, and I'm one of those parents too, where
Beat her
you know, if
down.
that happened to my daughter, and she just came walking in like, "What's up? What's for dinner?"
Yeah.
You know, but what if
What's
she?
that gonna do? She's
What
gonna
if she
run
runs
back
away?
out. Right, she's gonna run back out to
What
that
if she
thing.
runs
But you
away?
know what?
And she
That's-
might exactly.
Well, so help me God.
No, that's when you grab them and you do what they do in intervention and you go, great, I'm glad you're home. You're getting your ass on a plane and
Yeah.
we're going to go to family counseling. We're going to
Yeah,
figure this out as to why you feel
I'm
that you
gonna
need
take
that.
you somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it
My
ain't gonna
belt
be
is
family.
But you know what I mean? But you're going to go
Yeah.
somewhere and you're going to
Right.
work it out and you're going to talk about it and you're not going to give them the option.
Right.
And that's really what
Right,
it comes
because I mean,
down to.
my family would do that if they
Seriously,
was cutting up in
We're
California.
gonna take you and we're gonna go to family.
Yeah, you think I'm paying for you
Well,
a trip?
In our
intervention.
neighborhood, We ain't going to counsel. Okay?
Like, this is our counseling. We're gonna beat you down right now.
Yeah.
So you
But you
learn.
can, you do. We'll take our kids to another state. Like you cutting up in Portland, we're gonna take you to Cali.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
And you don't know
right.
nobody there, so maybe you calm down for a second.
Yeah.
That's what people do, though. They send their people to their family in a whole
Right.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or
Right.
something. Just some back some
Yeah.
black
Somebody
people.
get over
Exactly. You getting on the plane.
Yeah.
You
Getting
going
up
with
out
your
of here.
great aunt Bertha? Who that? Your great aunt on your
You'll meet
sister
her.
Mabel's side on the
Right.
Don't worry,
Why am
you'll
I
meet her.
going
You
there?
get her great. Yeah.
Missing 3 days? You're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Or because if you do it again, I'm gonna kill you.
Well-
or are those? What about those kids that do it over and over and over and over again, and parents are just like, I'm done.
You know,
with
I had a
it.
friend like that.
control.
I had a friend like that. Her name was Kelly, and she was like chronically running away. Now she came from no, not Kelly. Different Kelly. Different Kelly. But Kelly, she would run away, and she was being a wild child and all that. And she came from a nice home. I mean, they were well-off family, you know, white bread, whatever. And finally got to the point where they sent her to one of those camps where it was like a boarding school / camp for bad kids because they
that's
just
what I'm
could
talking
not,
about.
they just were like, look, you're not, we've given you every option. We've, locked you in your,
camp.
right, exactly.
Right.
So now it's time to go. And when she came back, her attitude was completely changed.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
I know.
like,
If you
okay.
send them to, yeah.
Yes.
But, okay, so
That's
these
what I'm
boot
talking
camps,
about.
like on Maury, how come they can go to a boot camp? Maury will send them on a boot camp. They be like, I'm not doing this. I'm, cussing Maury out and everything else. Then they come back like 5 minutes later and they change. I don't get it. Do they
Well,
pay?
they break
I'm
it
like,
down.
do they
Someone
pay you
said-
extra? This
No,
is
I think
sad.
there's stuff that you don't see
change.
behind
That's right.
closed
Yeah,
doors.
they
Some
be
of
like
them-
They beat you up or something?
Well, they don't beat you up, but if you got
They're
somebody
gonna break you down.
That's right. They get to the
Why didn't
pain.
you
They're going to
experience one of
expose your pain.
No, my cousin's been in boot camp before, but it was a different kind of boot camp. But he went to boot camp. That stuff was like mentally messed up. Like mentally, like
They take away your mama, your
Yeah.
brother, your
Right.
everybody.
They're going to break you down to your pain, so you have to deal with
It's a
it.
reality check.
They be yelling on your face.
Maybe they don't know that they're gonna be gone for a certain. Maybe they think they're
You have
going
no
away
idea
forever or
how, how far
I
you're going to
think
go.
one day's not
That's the
enough
thing.
if you really want to know the truth. I don't think 1 second is enough.
Scared for their life. I've seen some boot camps where they didn't scared for their life. You're gonna jump in here and you're gonna do this for the what?
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna do what?
Yeah,
It's true.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, ooh, children.
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
though.
one.
Speaking of children, have y'all seen Little Wayne's Baby?
Me too.
By
Oh,
London
my
Lauren.
gosh.
I haven't seen it yet, but I forgot the name.
Why are people having babies by this gremlin?
Oh my
Why?
God, he is a
I
gremlin.
don't know. Little Wayne and Nibia.
Did they name it Spike?
He got both of them pregnant at the same time.
Ain't there another one?
Yes,
A college student from last year, though. What? Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, he got both of these girls pregnant. This one is gorgeous and has money.
Nunu.
So I really
What were you
believe
thinking?
that he put something in her drink.
I think maybe it's ugly, but maybe we can talk about
Maybe the date rape drug or something.
Yeah. He put something in
it.
there.
Date rape?
I mean, would you look at that?
Maybe he got some dope.
Well, we'll go ahead and see you next time on In the Mix.
Bye.
Bye.
I think I had read something about Lil Wayne and the 2 celebrity women who got pregnant by him and all that. I agree with him. I mean, it's crazy that it's like that, but it is what it is. And it don't matter if you're famous, don't matter if you're poor. The bottom line, when you want something, when you want to get it, you're going to do what you got to do to get what you want. So.